What is up, everybody? Jake O here today. Before I get into this video, please like, share, check out all my videos, and subscribe to my channel. Also, in my bio is my Patreon. Just $1 a month is the starting subscription, and it helps so much. So I truly do appreciate it. So maybe today, tomorrow, or Sunday, I'm cutting my hair a little bit different. I'm still doing the fades on the side, but I'm getting rid of the poof entirely on the top. I'm going to see what it looks like for 2 weeks, and if I don't like it, I'm just going to let it grow out and do the same comb curl over effect that I've been doing for the last 5-6 years. Just want to see something different, see how it goes, but that is obviously not the main topic of the video. The main topic of the video, as you can see from the title, is I found out so much about my body and actually cared about what goes into my body and how it translates to my body. So let me explain. So obviously most of you guys know I suffer with feedback and recently neck issues. So that limits my mobility, not necessarily working out. I could still almost work out the same, but in regards to cardio, I also don't have a basketball court, which is primarily my funnest form of cardio. However, again, I don't have a court, so I don't really play, and I don't go out of my way to go to an outdoor court. So I'm not really getting the benefits of cardio through that. So recently, I've been doing the Stairmaster for about 5 to 10 minutes on level 6, which is almost 500 steps just on the Stairmaster, which is a healthy amount, not the greatest. And then regards to steps per day, I do about 3,000 to 5,000. Realistically, I want to do 10,000 to 15,000. It's not possible with my feet. That's the unfortunate events when it comes to my feet. It's just, I can't do it. I want to do it. I should do it. I can't do it. That's unfortunate. Regards to my fitness, I work about 10% as hard as I did when I was at my peak fitness. So the times where I was at my peak was right before my hernia surgery, a few months after my hernia surgery, right before I went to Texas, and then when I came back from Texas. So those were the times when I was at my peak in fitness, like right when I was turning 30, or was it before that? It was right before I turned 30. So that being said, my body is not where I want it to be. My body has about 10 to 15 pounds of extra fat that I personally don't want. And I keep saying to myself previously, I kept saying, let me just work out harder. Let me put a little bit less seasoning. Let me eat a little bit less salmon, a little bit less of this. And realistically, it really wasn't working. And I didn't really understand why. I thought it would be working. Well, you have to realize that there's two sides to a coin, and let me explain this. Fitness is one thing, diet is another thing. And obviously I was aware of this, just not to the extent. So I use artificial intelligence with ChatGPT or GTP or GPT, whatever it is. And bro, I'm going 50 and a 40. Why are you on my rear? I can't stand people sometimes. You go around me if you want me to go faster than 50 and a 40. Look at this. Can you see behind me? No, you can't. My headrest. But the point is that there's these parents, they drop their kids off at school and then they go 50 in a school zone, and their kids are the one going to school. So I use ChatGPT to see how many calories, how much sodium, how much sugar, and how much protein I get per day. Now, obviously I can add cholesterol in this. I haven't. Maybe I'll add it to my diet. I'm just not that familiar with cholesterol and cholesterol levels. But regards to calories, I said how tall I am, how much I weigh, how often I work out, and how old I am. Let me get another drink of water. My mouth's a little dry. I apologize. So then it told me how many calories I should be eating a day in order to lose weight. It also recommended me the most sodium I should have in the day, and how much protein I should have in the day, and how much sugars I should have in a day, like max sugars, because obviously sugar is not good for you and sodium is not good for you. Obviously you need it, but not in excessive amounts. So that being said, I want to tell you what my original numbers were and I'll tell you exactly what I ate. So on the days that I eat salmon, which is I eat salmon on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So on those days, it's an Atlantic salmon. Doesn't have high sodium, has a little bit high calories. But the problem with my salmon days is the rice, the salt on the rice, and then my seasoning, which is adobo and complete seasoning. Adobo has so much sodium, so much. And one second, sorry about that. So adobo has almost as much sodium as actual salt. It's just insane. And the serving sizes are insane. So let me tell you my my Friday through Monday, quote unquote, diet from before, and what it came out to and what I changed it to. And then I'll tell you my diet on the other days, the other 3 days. So normally I would wake up, I'd eat a bowl of Frosted Flakes, which was roughly 4 to 5 servings of Frosted Flakes with roughly 2 to 2.5 cups of 2% milk. I would go to the gym, work out, and come back. I would make 2 turkey burgers with 2 Pepperidge Farm onion buns with poppy seeds. Now, the burgers itself aren't a lot of calories, but the buns are. And then on ketchup, I would use roughly, for the 2 burgers, 5 to 6 servings of ketchup. Ketchup has a ton of sodium. But I found the resolution to that, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So after the 2 turkey burgers, sometimes I would have chicken breast or chicken wings. Chicken wings are almost double the calories of chicken breast. So the chicken, let's just say chicken breast. The chicken breast, I had about 8 ounces, maybe closer to 10 ounces of chicken breast. So that was obviously not a pound. It's like a little over half a pound. And one second, I got the popo next to me. So I had that, and then for dinner, I had roughly a pound of salmon. Now here's the deal. When you weigh something, let's just say you bought a pound of salmon, and you cook the pound of salmon, it's not going to be a pound of salmon anymore. Now I didn't test out the salmon with this. I'm going to test it today. But with chicken breast, if you cook 16 ounces of chicken breast, and you cook, if you put 16 ounces, you weigh 16 ounces of chicken breast, you put it on the grill, you cook it, it's going to come out to like 6 or 7 ounces. That's just how it works, and it's crazy. Yes, you're paying for it, the weight, but when you actually eat it and cook it, it's much smaller, and especially if you do it on a grill where the grease or juice is coming down. Because with a fry pan, usually a lot of the time it just stays and absorbs it after it's done cooking. So that's that. So with the salmon, I then used about 2 servings of adobo and 2 servings of complete seasoning, about 2 to 3 servings of salt on the rice, and then with ketchup about 6, maybe 7, maybe 8 servings of ketchup with the salmon. Now that I've done my research, I am disgusted by what I previously did. And now, if you're under 30 years old, this doesn't really matter. Obviously, I wish I could have done this sooner. And this isn't even the worst. It could be much, much worse than this. And luckily, it's not. I mean, I could be eating pizza every day. I could be eating cookies every day. Be eating ice cream every day. I could be eating cake and all these other, quote unquote, delicious things that are completely awful for you. So that being said, one second, I got the police behind me. So that being said, you won't believe what the totals were. So my calories were over 3,000 a day. I think it was 3,500 for the calories. My sodium was over 5,000 milligrams of sodium per day. 5,000 milligrams of sodium when you're not supposed to really have more than 2,300 a day. I was literally destroying myself. So now let me tell you how I corrected this. And now on these days, on the salmon days, I'm under 2,000 calories. It's pretty much 1,800. So I forgot on the day as well. I also had applesauce, cinnamon applesauce, the regular one. That alone has 24 grams of sugar and 100 calories, which 100 calories isn't out of this world, but the 24 grams of sugar is equivalent of 2 servings or 2 cups of Frosted Flakes. That's insane for a little cup of applesauce. I'm talking like this by this. That's how big the cup of applesauce was. So yeah, that's just a lot. So how did I change it up? How did I fix it? How did I make it healthier? So for my breakfast, I now have 2 servings of Frosted Flakes, which is still a lot, but it's definitely better than what it was. For lunch, I have turkey burgers with no buns now at all. And then I bought no salt ketchup. So this salt has 5 milligrams of salt compared to 170 milligrams of salt per serving. I tasted this ketchup alone. I said to myself, I can't do it. But I figured something out. I was able to mix them 50-50. So realistically, I'm getting the sodium down to about 80 milligrams per serving instead of the 170. Maybe even a little bit less. So I think that's a win-win. Obviously, it would be a lot better if I could just do no salt ketchup based on how many servings of ketchup that I have a day. Now, with my turkey burgers, I lowered it down to 1 serving per burger, which is good. My burgers are 2 ounces each, so that's really good. And one second, guys. I want to be safe. And then my chicken breast, I only have 4 ounces of chicken breast with 1.5 servings of ketchup. And my salmon, I cut down to just a little under a half a pound of salmon, 1 serving of rice, 1 serving of salt, 1 serving of adobo, 1 serving of the complete seasoning. That is how I changed it completely. And my applesauce, I have the no sugar added applesauce that goes from 24 grams of sugar down to 11 grams and 100 calories to 50 calories. And I will lose weight quickly. I wasn't losing the weight I wanted to lose. So once I lose, I'm under 2,000 calories. I'm like 1,800 on salmon days. But on turkey burger days, which is the other 3 days, I'm at like 1,600. I also added bird's eye vegetables. However, when I did ever eat the mixed vegetables, I would always put so much butter and salt on it. And now I'm not putting anything on it. I'm just eating the vegetables straight up. They don't taste great. It's okay. The point of it is to be healthy, have a better gut and digestive system. So that's why I eat the vegetables the way they are. I mean, they're not downright awful, but they're not great and they're not good. Now with a crap load of butter on it and a lot of salt on it, yeah, of course it's gonna taste better. That's just the way it is. The worst things taste the best. That's just how it is. So that is what I did. I went from 180, I'm down to about 175. I'm trying to get down to about 165. And then I'm gonna start building muscle. I'm gonna start working out harder and putting on 2,000 calories. So I'm working up to my harder workout because I want my muscle to show, and the muscle is gonna show when you're the skinniest. Now, obviously, getting too skinny is dangerous. So I'm not advising people to lose a bunch of weight or just literally cut everything, because there's a lot of times throughout the day I'm really, really hungry, and before I was never hungry. I just ate to eat. And now by the time I go to bed, I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. When I wake up, I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. The only thing I wish I could change is not eating right away in the morning, but I can't because I wake up early and I work out and I just have to eat when I wake up. It's just how it is, so I can be able to get to the gym. So that is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there's so much more I could talk about, and hopefully this helps people out too, because I wasn't aware of protein. And another thing is my protein, I just don't have enough protein. And if you do think about taking protein shakes, let me tell you something. A serving size of chicken breast is better than a protein shake because it's about half the calories and you get the same amount of protein. So let that be told, a protein shake is not, if you don't mind gaining weight, then great, protein shake's great. But if you're trying to lose weight, protein shakes aren't great. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. chicken breast is better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know nobody thinks I'm fat. It's okay. I don't think I'm fat either. I just think I have weight to lose, and it's in areas that I don't like it, whether it's in my chest or under my stomach. I'm just not happy with it. And you can say, well, just work out harder. And that's not the only solution. That's the problem. You can work out. I do my abs every single day, and I have my abs on the top, and the bottom is just a little gut. And it's just not only for my self-esteem, but my work and how I feel. That's what's important. And right now I'm just like, that's not how I want to be. So I decided to change everything up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys subscribe to the channel and be a part of my Patreon. Take care. See you in the next video.